We're going to talk about Jesse Jackson on today's episode of the MC Too Tall Show. Let's go.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil, chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
All right, so I just learned, looking at my feed, a post by Joe Causey, very popular radio personality here in New York, that today's John Travolta's birthday. And they say he's bald now. That dude's had a bald head for years. This should be no new discovery for anybody. Okay? Doesn't make him a bad actor or a bad person. Kind of wonky because he's a Scientologist and you should never trust a Scientologist. But outside of that, John Travolta's pretty cool. And yes, he is every bit the icon he is said to be in Hollywood. You're watching the MC Too Tall Show, by the way. I'm your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host, the master of sound quality, MC Too Tall. Well, on a sadder note, yesterday in the wee hours of the morning, we have lost a civil rights icon, somebody who can justifiably be called a civil rights icon, Jesse Jackson. Reverend Jesse Jackson, they say, was side by side with Martin Luther King. And there's a bit of controversy, and hope the truth comes out now, if it's true or not, about his role in the assassination of Martin Luther King. But from when I met him, he seemed like a really nice guy, a really nice fella. He ran for president twice, in 1984 and again in 1988. And he paved the way for certain other people who are said to be activists but really aren't, like Al Sharpton. So what happens is the quality of activists diminishes as you go on. Whoever fills Al Sharpton's shoes, watch out for whoever that is. But anyway, Jesse Jackson, when I met him, seemed like a really nice guy. I remember in 2010, there was a union rally in Manhattan. I brought the person you've come to know as Scarlet Venom with me at the time. I wore my MC Too Tall shirt. And I think I had my Yankee hat on at the time. Or no. Yeah, actually, yes, I did have my Yankee hat on. I had a camouflage Yankee hat on and camouflage pants because we were at war with management at the time. We were about to get laid off, and in an effort to stop the layoff, we held a rally in Manhattan. And Jesse Jackson was one of the speakers there. I got to meet him. I got to shake his hand. Scarlet Venom, of course, didn't like him solely because he's black. And she doesn't like black people. She's one of those people that'll have a few black friends because they're the good ones, if you know what I mean. That's her attitude. And I also had to get her out of the habit of spitting on Puerto Rican flags and raising and praising rainbow flags at the same time. So that's neither here nor there. Speaking of rainbows, uh, Jesse Jackson had a thing called the Rainbow Coalition, which had absolutely nothing to do with LGBTQIA plus there, them, theirs, now. And at 40 Broadway, he needed an office space. Donald Trump gave him that office space dirt cheap. I think he was paying for office space in Manhattan, what some would pay for Brooklyn studio apartments in those days. Okay, so a Brooklyn studio apartment, as you know, is much cheaper than Manhattan office space per month. And so Donald Trump hooked him up. Didn't give it to him for free, but greatly reduced the rental there. And Donald Trump and Jesse Jackson were good friends. And when Donald Trump talked about it on social media, on Truth Social and X, he had nothing but kind words to say about Jesse Jackson. So all this hoopla and sachet and hash about Donald Trump being a racist is completely wrong. Donald Trump is no more of a racist than I am. Now they're moving to the pedophile thing, trying to say he's a pedophile. Donald Trump is no more of a pedophile than I am. And if Donald Trump is all these bad things, then so am I, and I should be exposed for it. Okay, that's how confident I am that he's not any of these things. But anyway, let's get back to Jesse Jackson. There's a lot of things that they say bad about Jesse Jackson, that he fathered a child out of wedlock, that he had other scandals, and again, they say he might have led Dr. King to the balcony. I mean, I'm not saying that he set him up, but what do you expect people to think if he walks him up to the balcony and runs away? So that's not anything completely incriminating, but it's not a good look. So we got to find out what's going on there one day. We got to get to the bottom of it. But this was a man that was befriended by Donald Trump. And what I say about this, as Archie Bunker would say, let he who is without sin be the Rolling Stone. And as Lord Messiah and God's only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, said, let him who is without sin cast the first stone. And then all the people dropped their stones and couldn't cast a single one, because not among any of them, not among them was he without sin. Anyway, that's what I have to say about the Reverend Jesse Jackson, a man who was almost president of the United States. Now, I don't think if he won the Democratic nomination that he would have went on to beat Reagan, but he did have an outside shot at beating Bush in 1988. And the country would have probably been a lot different with Jesse Jackson as president in 1988. Jesse Jackson, with all the bad things people say about him, he did a lot of good. He was able to go into enemy lines, get behind enemy lines, and negotiate release of American hostages. There's something to be said about that. And avoid the trailer trash that keeps feral cats in their house. You should be around people that are more like me. And if you're a hot chick, by all means, make out with me. Anyway, with that said, on this holy day of Ash Wednesday, I say respect God, watch out for the Illuminati, like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, founding father figure of industrial rap, MC Too Tall. You be safe out there.